by Mr. Stavros Mavroudias, Professor of Political Economy from the University of Macedonia. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us once again on Press TV's Top 5. Now, these sharp falls in Asian markets must have some serious repercussions. Can you shed more light on that?
Yeah, there is indeed turmoil in all major stock markets nowadays. This turmoil has been triggered by the significant fall of the US stock market, which has been ignited by the conflict between the Trump administration and the Congress over the funding of Trump's Mexico wall. Now the US, since the neoliberal ascendance, has instituted a fiscal limit in its public expenditure. The Trump wall project violates these limits, hence the standoff with Congress, which has become usual nowadays, results in a partial shutdown of US administration. This is a means through which the President tries to blackmail the Congress. The usual result is a compromise. There is, however, a more significant reason. The US economic policy nowadays is fraught with contradictions. The central bank, the Fed, is pursuing a course of monetary tightening, whereas Trump seems to prefer a less stringent monetary policy. So Trump is attacking the Fed, and this unnerves stock markets. Now, all the attempts, the US administration's attempts to calm the markets, convening of the crisis planning group, for example, have failed. And they have failed for a good reason, because there are deep and more structural causes of panic. The global capitalist crisis of 2008 has been hidden underneath the carpet instead of being resolved. And the deep problems of Western capitalism remain largely intact. As soon as the crisis passed, Western capitalist economies created a period of weak growth by fomenting financial bubbles, in contrast to the real economy's problems. Leveraging continued almost unabated, and so today we have the increase of both debt and stock markets, which is a blatant contradiction. China and the emerging economies have also their problems, and on top of this, the Trump administration is pursuing an aggressive policy of trade, and not only trade, wars with the competitors of the US. All these facts produce gloomy prospects for the world economy, and the recent downgrading of growth forecasts for almost all major economies is indicative. In some, the possibility of another global capitalist crisis in the coming year is increasing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stavros Mavroudias, for your elaborate and detailed explanation of the situation there. Professor of Political Economy from the University of Macedonia, joining us live from Athens, Professor Stavros Mavroudias.